I think it might be going. We're doing a live show. Something has to change because the DreamBot format was not working too well for us. So we're going to go live. And might go live quite a bit more if I'm thinking about it correctly. Today we're going to do the DreamBot, but we also have, as you can see, behind the banner is the live chart. This is a live astrology chart happening right now in central United States, as seen from Arkansas. In the background, we have the cardinal fire. Let me turn this off. Oh, so basically, let me back up here. So this is kind of going to be replacing the DreamBot format. And what I plan to do today is just a live astrology chart, a live oracle reading for you, and then we'll look at the DreamBot and see how that correlates to the astrology. And it's forward looking as predicted. Like most of the time, the dream content is in your personal dreams, but also the collective dreams. Sometimes there'll be like day residue. They'll be like demonstrating what we all kind of have been brainwashed into or recent events. But most of the time, I'd say the collective dreams are a little more forward thinking, and is definitely the case today, on the 20th of August. So probably won't have a whole lot of viewers, but no biggie. We're just going to do this as sort of a practice. You'll be able to watch this later as well. And by the way, this isn't meant to be a rehash of the earlier surf report. Weekly surf reports are done for every single calendar day. We don't miss any days, so these astrology readings are adequately represented at least ahead of time, but we don't do any live shows either. And right now, we're looking very fire. We have a heavy card in the background, cardinal, six planets in cardinal signs, 4 signs in fire. So we have a cardinal fire background, and that would be an Aries background. It makes sense because we have still Saturn and Neptune together in less than a degree apart. And they will finally go absolutely perfectly conjunct in a matter of a few months, like February 2026. So they're going to do this little dance. They're currently in retrograde. They're going to be going down to Pisces. Saturn will be going in first and then coming back. But anyway, they got this big channel here. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Hold on. I'm going to stop this and start over. Okay, I don't know if that starts over the live. How embarrassing. But I think I shut down my business line that comes in on the main desktop computer. All right, here we go. Live astrology. You can see that now. All right. Heavy in fire. And this trine here is absolutely bringing a lot of nurturing and interpersonal caring, compassion over to our highest, most ideal form of self. So it's feeding into this little mini grand trying to keep talking about. Right now, we have this waning kite here. So, all right. Title of this show today is the DreamBot. But first, we're going to do an oracle reading. Oracle reading, I like these cards. And the reason is for about a month, I've been using these for mostly my therapy and astrology clients. And this is just a reading, even though all the archetypes are about astrology, just seems to be so accurate in terms of what they're going to complain about, what we're like the essence of what we're talking about. And then it also produces like a solution, like a suggestion from a therapy standpoint. So that's why I like these. And they're called, I don't get money, I don't get paid for these, but Star Codes Astro Pocket Oracle. I did get the big version. They have like the big cards, and I gave those to Angie because I don't like the big cards. I like the little cards. So anyway, I took these, and what you can do is you can put a little spread out. They have their little suggested spread. I made this mine. So I took out all of the planets and put them together. I took out all the houses and all the zodiac signs and so I have 3 different piles. And so every single reading, I will have one planet in one zodiac sign in one house, a planet in a sign in a house, and then that creates the archetype. So it gives like the topic areas with the house. It gives how we're going to, so the planet's more of like what actions are being taken or what thoughts are being thought, maybe some emotions in there. And then the zodiac sign is how that is expressed in that action or in that thought. So anyway, let's intend. And what I'm intending is mainly for today, especially for the folks who are here. I'm sorry I had to stop. Gosh, I got to figure out the whole, when I'm recording and it's early in the recording and that stupid business phone, like it gets so spammed and it's calling right in the middle of my call or my recording, I'll just stop it and start the recording over. But when I'm going live, you don't get that option, do I? All right. So as I'm kind of shuffling these cards, we are intending for just a reading, an oracle reading for our viewers here today on August 20th. And it's mainly just for today. But as a secondary intention, how about a reading for this next week for all of our National Dream Center tribe? Whoever wants to tune in and get a reading, make this secondarily appropriate for all of us. And what I do is I'm continuing to shuffle. I'm continuing to think of the intention. And I'm patiently waiting for the one card to appear. This is the planet, and it's Moon. Moon. I don't know if you can see that or not. All right, picking up the zodiac signs. How's everybody doing today? This reading is for all of you. Thinking of you. Intending for all of us not to just have good times, good vibes, but to flow with the universe in the manner that we all need in order to maximize our time here on the planet in a balanced way. So not all good, but not bad. Doesn't have to be challenging as long as we meet our outcomes, right? Like, especially individually. And when I pull cards, and there might be two stuck together. Well, that's not. So like these two are together, so I just keep on shuffling, and I'm waiting for that one card. There it is. Pisces. There's the Pisces card. So far we have Moon and Pisces. I know this takes a while, but when I'm in a hour-long therapy session, I'm just sitting here shuffling these cards and waiting for the one to pop out while I'm intently listening to their description of their whatever their life right now. All right, we're in the 7th house. So this is the reading. Moon in Pisces in the 7th house. Moon represents emotions and feelings, experiences, what we nurture and mother, what we gestate and about ready to birth, possibly. In Pisces is very spiritual right now. And that kind of goes with our discussion of like the grand picture. What's it all for? It is for spiritual. Is it for progress, or is it for spiritual knowing and being on a purposeful path? And then the 7th house is contracted relationships, very close relationships. And it's about relationships with others, but very meaningful, tight relationships. So I guess the reading today is more about making sure you are with the right people. And I think that does make sense from a perspective of what's going on right now. This Venus and Moon in Cancer. It's a lot of emotional nurturing, a lot of togetherness, a lot of self-sacrifice because you care so much. A lot of caring energetically. And that's trine with, even though Aries is not all that known for spiritual, in this Neptune there brings about that spiritual idealism, kind of just the discussion that we've been talking about. So pay attention to self, but also recognize that being together with your closest people right now, today, are going to give you instructions about the highest self. So the most ideal form of self, the best form of self that you can imagine, will be indicated in togetherness, in your relationship. Okay, so there's your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed that. And even if you didn't, I'm going to wow you with our DreamBot. So how do I get there without too much issue? Okay, so first of all, let me do this as we transition towards the DreamBot. I want to go back, and if you haven't seen the surf report, I'm going to put a card up. I don't know if I can do that on the live show, but once I button this up later, and once we end, I will if I can, put a card up so that you can go back and watch the surf report, because it's starting tomorrow, on 21st of August. That surf report will be in play. So I want to show you. So you can see what's happening now as we talked about. There's not a whole lot of Virgo, right? But as you're going to see, so we go here. Here's our playbook. And if you want the free playbook, it's on Telegram. But all these things are happening. We have Sun that goes into Virgo. We have the new moon in Virgo. And we have just a lot of shifting. So from Sun in Leo, it's going to start this cascade. And the chart to remember is this one. I think this is the most telling of the charts as far as change goes. Remember, this red line is change. The mini grand trine underneath that, and that's right here. So that's all week. But the sun going into Virgo, that's on Friday. That'll be a shift, dramatic shift. Goes from Leo to Virgo. And then we have the Virgo new moon. That's change and newness in and of itself. And a Virgo-esque change. And then we have Sun in Virgo squaring over to Uranus. Uranus, the planet of change. So there's pressure to change. Yada yada yada. So it's like this, and then Venus going switching signs as well. So now time to check out the DreamBot. Boop, and then we just go over here. All right, here we go. Let's go down to the bottom. They're all pretty similar to each other. You have spatial location. I'm going to make the case that everything you see here, all the this entire DreamBot is all about Virgo, and that's why I'm saying it's forward-looking. Spatial location, yeah, not very specific to Virgo, but specific to Earth signs. Earth signs know where they are in the 3D plane because they're grounded. So we're in the 3D world. Probably shouldn't have had it red, but it's more of green. I just happened to put that down into the taking notes. So we have spatial location, an earth sign thing, astrology, 7 instances of clues, evidence, and searching. That's a very specific to Virgo. They are paying attention, and that's what this one. I should have just said paying attention, and even in this theme. Find and found are in it. So that's what Virgo is good for. I mean, one of the many things that Virgo essence and archetypes is good for is finding things. All right. And then the things that no one else can see. All right. So then we have taking notes and sending messages, which is a Mercury thing, which is also Virgo. So let's talk about taking notes. Class, categories, notes, add, messenger, journal. So clearly very Mercury oriented. Then we have clues and evidence, fragment, a fragment, shred of evidence, right? You could easily take that word shred and put it into like an action and killing and death and all that. That's why I thought we were going with nightmare and dark. But no, I think shred of evidence speaks to this big theme: hint, find, found, recall, and dark. Dark meaning it's hard to see, hard to find. So we're looking, searching. And then the red, spatial. So remember last time we had the DreamBot, I don't know, maybe month plus, there was a heavy amount of time. Time disappeared in these runs in the collective. So we're looking at spatial location, side, universe, front, workplace, house, down, and door. And very material, like where am I in relation to the material world? Door even signifies from one space to another. We also have workplace versus house. So where I live and where I work. So it includes more spaces. So anyway, there you have the DreamBot. It is definitely Virgo. What do you guys think? Close. Let's see. Any chats? This is a treat. Yeah. Bobby Lee, Tech One South. Is that all I can see? Well, welcome here, and all right. So what I propose, DreamBots will be live, and they'll be on Wednesday mornings. We'll probably, hopefully, eventually get a time, and in those you'll have live astrology and live as of now is the way I conceive it. We'll have a live astrology, and we'll also have a live reading, the oracle reading. Then we'll have a live DreamBot reading. And then what I'm thinking is, why not have just random live spigots of looking at the astrology, just a live show. I love just letting this chart run. It's attached to the time. You can't see it up here on the setting, but it's just going just like a regular clock. And these things will spin, and they'll change into different signs, or different houses, and you'll see the ascendant line changing pretty fast. You'll even see the moon is probably one of the faster planets moving, and then the part of fortune, because it's part of fortune is moon and sun in that angular distance, and so that's why the part of fortune is going closer, and as the moon gets closer to the sun, i.e. new moon, this part of fortune will inch closer to it'll be right here for the new moon, right on the ascendant. I don't know. I just love watching this chart. How about you guys? Bobby Lee says, I have been feeling the pressure. Always here. Thanks. Hey, Tech. Let me know if, like when that call came in, did you hear the call? Or did it look like I was just wigging out for no reason? Or did you hear a phone call? I need to know that. And also, when I stopped the live show and then started it again, did you notice anything? Did it like go blank or what? Oh, okay. So Bobby says there is no phone call. Is that correct? You didn't hear any phone call, just me wigging out? Probably looks stupid. Guess what I'm drinking out of my Mercury glass? Yes, I'm an Aquarian, but I have a Gemini glass because I have a heavy Gemini influence. I have moon in Gemini on the ascendant in Gemini. Okay, so therefore, thank you. I learned something. So we don't need to. I don't need to wig out if a phone call comes in. I can just sort of pretend like nothing's happening. You'll just see me like losing my mind. Okay, noted. All right. I think that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. And, we're going to make this a better channel. All right. While we're here, any suggestions for the surf report? Anything we need to change? The timing on it, is it too early? Is it too confusing? Do we need to get rid of the rave mandala? I love the rave. It's always so freaking accurate. Bobby, Aries, I guess, Aries sun, Sag moon, Capricorn. So that's a lot of get up and go. You've been at 71, Bobby. You still got a lot of spunk. You still got a lot of goals, or it's hard to sit still. All right. Thanks for the feedback, everybody. And what we'll do is I'll just check in every once in a while on a live. I'm ruled by Uranus, so I'm hard to pin down, and change things a lot. So apologize, but that's just me. I got a lot of plates and ideas in the hopper. So just bear with me. I know we need consistency for these YouTube video channels, but just trying to find the best thing. We lost I don't know, about almost 50 subscribers over the course of the last month or so. And we've just been ticking up and up and up. And then, as I think it came right when that shift happened, right when I shifted the surf report earlier, and I started doing the DreamBot. So, yikes, not good. Maybe the algorithm changed or something, or maybe people just didn't like the videos. So I get it. I don't blame anybody. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the reading. Hope you enjoyed the new format. And I will do this a little more frequently. Face my fears of making mistakes. All right. Take care. Love and light to all, especially those who stayed here, Bobby and Tech.